तो आपको टाउन ट्रेडर्स एंड क्राफ्ट्समैन के बारे में हिस्ट्री में मैं पढ़ा रहा था लेसन नंबर 6 टाउन ट्रेडर्स एंड क्राफ्ट्समैन के बारे में। अब इसके अंतर्गत हम्पी नगर के बारे में देखिए। इससे पहले विजयनगर के नाम से जानते थे। इस नगर की स्थापना हरिहर और बुक्का नामक दो भाइयों ने किया था। इसमें क्या बताया गया हिस्ट्री में वो देखिएगा। देखते हैं हम्पी अर्लियर नोन एज विजयनगरा lies on the bank of the Tungabhadra river in Karnataka. It is the capital of successive Sangam, Shalo or Tulwa dynasty of rule over an empire and encompassing nearly the whole of the South India. The capital city was founded in the middle of the 14th century but was abandoned after 1565 when it was sacked by the Sultanate armies of the Deccan Kingdom of Bijapur, Golconda and Ahmednagar. While accounts of the capital grandeur are given by Persian, Italian and Portuguese visitors, the surviving ruins of Vijayanagara incorporate several present-day villages, including Hampi as well as field and grazing land. The site of the interest for its architectural remains, which include military fortification and defensive gateway constructed of the massive granite slab place structure, courtyard, pavilion and elephant stables, reservoir, well temple complex with the shrine, column, halls or mandap, towards gateway or gopuram, and a host of lesser religious structures and mosques and tombs of the Muslim inhabitants of the city. These features were built with stone, brick, plaster and the wood, but only the masonry portion survived, some of which have been uncovered in recent excavation. They are distributed over an area of about 25 square kilometers, divided into district zone, walled urban core in which the bulk of the city population was located. A smaller walked royal center inside the urban core, containing the principal ceremonial and royal residential structure associated with the King Square Center on the southern bank of the Tungabhadra River, including the Virupaksha temple at the Hampi and the ruins of the other religious complexes. Additional fortifications, tanks and settlements to the west hinterland that extend beyond these zones. Now, know about Machilipatnam, a port town. It is a port town. Now, Machilipatnam के नाम से जानते हैं। Machilipatnam in Andhra Pradesh, 150 km north in Chennai, on the mouth of the Krishna River, was initially a settlement of the Dutch, who surrendered its ownership to the English in 1620. It was a major operational base with a strong fortification. Its approach was difficult, laying short moss and scrubland. Yet nothing of the Machilipatnam remains today except a few crumbling walls. In its heyday, it was important and changed hands many time. It is said that the town was founded by the trading earth in the 14th century on their way from the Red Sea to southern India. It was a crossing people. During the time of the Shatamans, it was under the rule of the Hindu king of Varangal, but was conquered by the Muslim ruler of Orissa Nauri in 1478 and they by the Vijayanagara rulers in 1589. The Dutch came in 1605, in English in 1611, the French between 1750-1759, and eventually the British returned and took it over in 1759. In 1854, a massive cyclonic storm and a devastating tidal whirl ruined the port. The city received its present name in 1949. Machilipatnam is a railroad terminus and seaport. The Bandar Canal connects to it Vijayanagara in the northwest. The city's main industry include carpet weaving, rice and oilseed milling, and manufacturing of the scientist instrument. It is also known for its kalamkari textile and vegetable dye printing. Its beaches possesses scenic beauty and attract a large number of tourists annually during the festival of Magha Purnima. Thousands of pilgrims bathe in the sea. Many temples are dedicated to the Lord Shiva and are great attraction for tourists. Church and Granthsala have great attraction for Christian and Buddhists as well. Now, Surat, a trading town. Surat, located at the mouth of the Tapti River in the Gulf of the Cambay, is said to have been founded by a Hindu Brahmin called Gopi in 1516. The city was continuously attacked by Muslims, Portuguese, Mongols, and Marathas from the 12th to the 15th century. In 1514, the Portuguese traveler Dante Barbosa described the city as a leading port. It was burned by the Portuguese 1512 and 1513 and later became the emporium of the India, exporting cloth and wool. Its major industries were textile manufacture and shipbuilding. The British established their factory trading post here in 1612. The city gradually declined in the 18th century. The British and Dutch both claimed control, but in 1800 AD, its administration passed into the hands of the British. By the mid-19th century, it became a stagnant city of 80,000 inhabitants. It prospered again with the opening of the new railways. The ancient art of the manufacturing fine muslin was revived, and the city cotton, silk, broadcast of gold and silver, and the silver are very famous. The city houses other industries also. It has recently germed as a great center of diamond cutting and publishing. Different craftsmen have organized themselves into the guilds to promote their goods. Now study about Keshari Pilgrim Center. It is a country where nearly all the major religions of the world are practiced besides the dominant Hindu religion. As such, several pilgrim centers sprang up. The major Hindu pilgrimage centers include Haridwar, Badrinath, Kedarnath, Varanasi, Navkashi, Prayagraj, Kanchi, Sringeri, Dwarkapuri, Bodh Gaya, Sarnath, Kushinagar. It is a Buddhist Shravan of Jainism, Amritsar, Nankana Sahib and Patna Sahib of Sikkim are among the major religious centers. Thanks.